Hey guys, this is Sephiroth32194. Um, Here we have a battle against Myuutsuua or Zero Suit Samus on the chat. She's in my clan Crisis Core, and this is also for her gym badge. Um, Her gym has somewhat odd rules. You can only switch out 3 times, and um, I don't know. It kind of confused me the first time. Well, I start out with Ninetales, and she starts out with Shuckle. I use Hypnosis, but it misses, which is just perfect. And it uses Toxic, which sucks. That was a big factor in the death of my Ninetales. So, Hypnosis hits the second time. So, that Shuckle fell asleep. And, I'm gonna use the turn that it's asleep to set up the way a Ninetales should. So I don't know if the Shuckle's gonna stay in or switch, and it decides to stay in. And I use Nasty Plot to boost my special attack, and it freaking wakes up. How gay is that? Well, Knockoff did 5 damage, but it knocked off leftovers. So now I've got a Nasty Plot up, so I can start attacking. Um, I used Flamethrower, and it did a lot. It did more than half, and he sets up Stealth Rock. Or I guess she. Um, I get hurt by poison, and it's doing more and more. And I don't know why I did this, but I decided to go for a second Nasty Plot, which was probably one of my mistakes. I could have just flamethrowered, and it probably would have killed it. He used Rest, or she, I guess. So that's just perfect. It's full health now, but I've got 2 Nasty Plots up. And poison gets me down all the way to 41 health. So I'm not gonna Nasty Plot because then I'd die, and I'm not gonna Energy Ball. I'm not gonna Hypnosis. So I've pretty much just got one option because I don't want to waste a switch. I'm gonna Flamethrower. And after +4 special attack, I figured that would kill it, and it gets it down into the yellow, and it doesn't kill it, which sucks. And I died of poison. So right now, it's 6-5, and she's winning. So if I can't kill this Shuckle, things are looking bad for me. And right here, I was looking on Cerebi to see what Shuckles are weak to because I'm not that familiar with them, and it turns out that they're weak to water, rock, and steel. And I don't have any water or steel moves, but I do have rock. And so I decided to send in, I guess you'll see here in a second. I sent in my Mamoswine because he packs Stone Edge. And so I wasn't sure if she was going to switch out, but she stays in, and I use Stone Edge, and that kills the Shuckle, which is great. So right now it's 5-5. And I wasn't sure who she was going to send in because I knew she had a Crobat on her team, and I also knew she had this, but I figured she wouldn't send it in. But she sent in Glaceon, and I know that's weak to rock, so I was like, okay, I'll just go for it. And luckily, Stone Edge hit 2 times in a row, which, with my luck, that wouldn't normally happen. And it kills the Glaceon, so suddenly I took the lead 5-4. And then she sends in this Aggron, and right here I also had to check Cerebi because I didn't know what they were weak to, and I knew they were weak to ground and fighting, like double weak, but it turns out it resists rock. So I decided to switch in my Garchomp, and it used Earthquake, and I thought it was going to be like choice banding or something, but it wasn't. Well, as far as I know, it wasn't. And so I've used one of my switches. I have 2 left. And I use Earthquake. And with 393 attack and stab, the Aggron's gonna die. Especially since it's double weak to it. So, it is 5 to 3, I believe. Yeah, 5 to 3. And it sends in, Frostlass. I knew that I was double weak to ice, obviously, but I knew that it took neutral from Earthquake, and I'm scarfing. But since I was scarfing, I knew I was going to outspeed it, so I went for Earthquake, not to waste a switch, and it gets a critical hit, and it kills the Frostlass. So things are looking really good for me right here. It's 5 to 2. Except she sends in Crobat. And I didn't want to waste a switch, and I'm scarfing. So, crap. I have this scarfing Garchomp who's stuck on Earthquake, and I don't want to waste a switch just in case I might need it later on in the battle. And Brave Bird doesn't even kill me. It gets me down to 25 health, and I used Earthquake again, but it obviously didn't hit the Crobat, and it used Zen Headbutt, and Garchomp died. So right now it's 4 to 2. And I sent in Mamoswine now that I don't have to waste a switch. And it took damage from Stealth Rock, and I went straight for the Ice Shard. And it hits, and it takes it down to red health, and it used Brave Bird. And I'm pretty sure that my Mamoswine is going to survive because it's pretty bulky, but I also know that the Crobat's going to die to recoil, and it does, so it's 4 to 1. And she sends in probably the perfect person for me to use a Choice Banded Ice Shard against a Nidoqueen, sorry. So I use Ice Shard, and it hits, and it gets it down to yellow, more than half, and it uses Earthquake, and I was like, oh crap, Stab Earthquake's probably gonna kill me, but it left me with 18 health. And so that was pretty much the game. Ice Shard again is gonna kill it. And as you can see, it does. So there you go. There's my second gym badge I've earned from Crisis Core. Good game, Zero Suit Samus. I look forward to a rematch. Enjoy, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks. Peace.